Hey guys, this is Balu and today in this tutorial I will show how you can create this kind of CGI visual effects videos in Blender using FSpy application and GeoTracker add-on. So hope you guys will find the video useful, and before going to this video please click on that like button so that this video reaches maximum number of people and it helps to grow my channel. So now without any further delay, let's start today's video. So here I'm using this FSpy application to get the camera perspective. First of all, let me show you the assets what I'm using. So here I will be using this footage from Pexels. Come to Pexels and search as empty street. You will get the footage. So download it. And later I will be using these HDRs from Polyheaven. So come to this urban option and I will be using this Iris Institute HDRA. So I have downloaded this HDRA. So in order to use this FSpy application, we need to have an image. So now let's open our footage. So here you can see the footage, right? So now come to the starting frame here, and if you're using VLC player, go to this video and take a snapshot. So basically in FSpy we need to use a single image. So for that reason I have taken that snapshot. You can use any editing software to get a single frame. So now let's load that single frame onto this FSpy application. So let's see, drag and drop it onto this FSpy application. So number of vanishing points, let it be 2, and here I will change this y-axis to z-axis. So here this red line is x-axis, this blue is z-axis. So first of all let's align this x-axis. So I will place this here, hold shift key to zoom in. I'll place this at this corner, and this is the straight red. So hold shift key, so this is set. So another x-axis I will set this at this portion, so hold shift key. So here you can see, right, we got this edge, right, and so hold shift key. So I think this will be the straight. Okay, so now let's align the z-axis. So let's place this z-axis at this corner, hold shift key to zoom, and let's place this at the corner, and another one I will place this to the building. Let's see this, yeah, let it be here. So now you can see we got this axis set and this is aligned properly. So I will place this anchor point here, and if we want we can align this XY grid axis to C. So I think this is looking good. So now let's save this. So go to this file option, save. So here I will be saving this as 7777 and save. So now we can close FSpy application and open Blender. So here I'm using Blender 4.3 version. So now let's import that FSpy data. So go to this file option, import, select this FSpy, and by the way if you're not finding this option means you haven't installed this add-on yet. So you can check a link in the description or else click on icon above where I have showed how to download and install these applications. So once this is done, let's select the data. So file, import, select FSpy and load the data. So this is the FSpy data, right? Select it and import. So now you can see we got the camera along with the image. So this is image. So since we are dealing with video, we need to change this to video. So for that, come to this camera options, expand this background images. So here this is image, right? Change this to movie clip and load the footage here. So this is the footage and open clip. Let's increase the opacity. So now we got our footage here. So first of all, let's add a plane here. So shift A, mesh, select plane here. So we got the plane where we have added our anchor point in FSpy. So let's reduce the scaling a bit. So this is fine. So now if I play this, you can see we got some little bit camera movement here. So you can skip the tracking process if the footage is steady and there is no camera angle change. But here we got some movement, right? So for that reason we need to track the footage. So for that I will be using GeoTracker where you will get 15 days trial. After that we need to purchase the add-on. So let's track the footage first. So press N on the keyboard. So here I got the GeoTracker. So click on create new GeoTracker. And here in clip option we need to select our footage once again. So open, select the footage and load clip. So in geometry by default our plane will be there, and in camera we will get the FSpy data. So after that click on the analyze option. Here I'm getting reanalyze because I have analyzed the footage already. You will get analyze option. So simply click on that and OK. So now it tracks our footage from starting to end frame and end frame to starting frame. So here the analyzing is done, and let us change this to camera option. Since we are tracking camera, we need to change this to camera and click on the start pin mode. And later click on this track to end forward option. So now we will get some keyframes here. You can see these are the keyframes that of the camera movement. So it is adding keyframes. So here our tracking process is done. So now if I move forward, you can see our our plane is staying in its position only. Nice. So now we can press N on the keyboard to close this one. So now let's move on to further process like adding our CG elements. So in order to get CG elements, I will be using this Blender Kit add-on, which is free to download, and we'll get many free assets here. So from here only I will be using iPhone models. So first of all, let me select this plane here, press tab key for edit mode, or else you can change it from here, and let's expand this one. So let's change this to edge selection. Let's select this edge here, GX, and extend in x-axis. Now let's select this edge, GX, and extend in this way. Okay, now let's select this one, let's drag it here, and let's select it and drag it here. Okay, so again press tab key or else change it to object mode. Okay, so first of all, let me save the project here. So file, save. Okay, the project is set. So now let's add our CG elements like iPhone. So I will be using Blender Create, right? So here I will search as iPhone, and let's see what we get. So here we got these models, right? So these are locked things. So in order to get this locked objects, we need to purchase this add-on, and I think these free assets are fine. So I will use this model. So simply click on the image and it will be loaded. So now you can see we got the model, and I think it is parented to empty. So let's select the empty here. Let's increase the scaling. So I think this much is fine. Let's close this. Press 0 to see through camera, and we need to rotate this one. So let's select this and rotate along the z-axis here. Let's place that the center. So we got the iPhone model. So now let's delete the empty here. So in order to delete this empty, first we need to unparent this object with empty. So let's select the empty here, Alt P, and clear and keep transform. In the same way, select our object, Alt P, clear and keep transform. Now we can delete the empty. So here I need the screen, and here I don't want this back side of this phone. So first of all, let's select this object, press tab key for edit mode. So here we got the screen, right? Changes to face selection. Let's select the face here. So we need to separate this face. So being selected this face, press P on the keyboard and select it by selection. Now change this to object mode. So let's select the screen. So now you can see we got the screen separated, and I will rename this as screen here. Okay, so let's hide this in viewport. So now let's select the object once again, press tab key, and now let's delete these faces. So here I don't want these faces, and these back faces also I don't want it. So here I don't want these camera modules also. So let's select any single face here, press Ctrl L to select the linked faces. In the same way, hold shift key and select any other face, Ctrl L, and here also let's select Ctrl L and delete faces. Oh, still we got the things right. So let's select everything here, Ctrl L and delete this also, Ctrl L and delete. So now you can see we got rid of that back portion. So now we need to extend the back portion here. So for that, let's select the last edge. So I think this is the last edge, right? So change this to edge selection, hold Alt key and select this edge here. So here you can see the edge is selected throughout the frame. Okay, now press E on the keyboard and press X to extrude in along the x-axis, along the x-axis. Now press F to fill it. So now we got the compartment ready. So press tab key to exit this edit mode. Fine. So now we need to make a space here for the objects to be falling in. So press tab key once again. Let's change this to face selection, select the face here and delete. So we got this, and again we need to select the edge. So change this to edge selection. Let's select the last edge here, hold Alt key and select the edge here. So it will be selecting the edges, all the edges. Now press E, Z and extrude along in Z axis. Okay, so we got this right. Nice. So let's apply the scaling. So go to this object, apply scale. So for simulations, this is important, apply the scaling option. Okay, so now let's see how we can drop gift boxes inside this phone. So first of all, let's search for gift box. So here I will be using these gift boxes. So simply click on that and it will be loaded. And this is also parented to empty. So let's select the parent here. Let's increase the scaling. And first of all, let's see the scaling here. So press 7 for top view. So this should fall inside this iPhone, right? And I think I need to reduce the scaling, so press S and reduce the scaling here. So here we'll be dropping a lot of boxes right inside, so I think this much is fine. So let's bring it aside. Now let's clear the parent of empty. So let's select the empty here, Alt P, clear and keep transform. Now select this object, Alt P, clear and keep transform. Now select the empty here and delete the empty. So this is a single object, so we want that only. So now let's place this here and let's say scaling options, tool, item. Yeah, we need to apply the scaling, right? So go to this object, apply scale. So now it is set to default. Nice. So now let's duplicate these GIF models. Before that, let's apply rigid body onto this model. So being selected this gift box, come to this physics property, add rigid body. So type, let it be active, and shape. First let's check with convex hull. So let's play this. So now you can see our gift box is falling inside. So it should be colliding with this iPhone, right? So let's select the model here, apply rigid body for it also, and change this to passive. So if I play this now, you can see it is not falling inside. So let's select the iPhone model once again, scroll down and shape, change it to mesh. So let's see once again. So now you can see it is falling inside and it is interacting with the phone. If this doesn't happen, change the shape to convex hull and let us select this one and change this to mesh and check. Okay, so for this it is working. So let's duplicate this gift model. So select the box, Shift D, press Y and duplicate it. So now let us select both these boxes, Shift D, press Z and place along Z axis. Now Shift R to repeat the last action. So I think let's increase the count here. So yeah, these many boxes are fine. Now let's play this once again and see. Okay, so here I will increase the count a bit. So let's Shift D and increase the count. Fine. So now if I play this once, all the boxes were falling inside and it will be coming out. So let's bring the screen back. So let's unhide the screen. So for screen we will be adding rigid body. So apply rigid body. So type, it should be passive because we want this object to be interacting with this, right? So if I play this now, you can see we got these models inside the phone, and I think we can fill some more boxes here. I will do that later. And here these are getting outside, right? So first of all, let's change this to shape to mesh and let's see. So if I play this once again, now you can see those boxes are not getting outside. So I think this is fine, and I will add few more boxes. I want this to be filled completely and nice. So here if I play this once again, here I got the box collected, and later I will move the screen upwards where these boxes will be falling down later. Nice. So first of all, let's animate the screen. So select the screen here. So at 4th frame these boxes will be settled, let's say. So at 35th frame, right? So I will add a keyframe here. So press I on the keyboard. At 80th frame, I will bring the screen upward a bit and add a keyframe. So if I play this now, you can see we got the animation done, but the boxes are staying inside only. That is because we haven't enabled this animated option. So for the screen, we need to enable this animated option since we have added keyframes, right? So now the boxes will come out as soon as this screen will be moving upwards. So let's see this once again. So now if I play this, you can see we got the animation properly and we are getting those boxes also falling outside, but they are not interacting with the plane since we have not added any rigid body property for this plane. So select the plane, add rigid body, type, let it be passive, and later let it be the same thing. If convex hull doesn't work, let's change this to mesh. So I think this is fine. Now press 0 on the keyboard to see through camera and come to this scene properties. Come to this rigid body world, cache, and here simulation is only of 159 frames, right? So I will change the end frame to 159. I don't want the simulation to be longer as the footage is only of 159 frames. So after that, let's click on the bake option. So here the bake is done, and if I play this now, we will get our simulation ready. So now you can see we got the gift boxes dropping outside. Nice. So now let's see how we can hide this extruded portion. Okay, so first of all, let me change this to render viewport. So here the scene is looking dark because there is no light in the scene. Now let's add our HDR what we have downloaded from Polyheaven. So come to this world property, click on this yellow dot of this color, change this to environment texture, open and select the HDRI. So here I got the HDRI, select it and open image. So now we got some light in the scene, but we don't want this HDRI to be visible, right? So come to this render settings, scroll down, come to this film option, expand it and make it transparent. Now we got our footage, and also enable this ray tracing option to get that ambient occlusion things. So now let's hide this extruded portion. We don't want this to be visible, and also these boxes also should not be visible. So let's select the model here, press tab key for edit mode, and let's select these edges. So let's change this to edge selection. I will select this edge here and also this edge. Sorry, let's select this edge here, hold shift key and select these both edges here, and in the same way I will select these edges. So yeah, I think I will select these both. Okay, so I have selected the edges here. Now press E, Z and extrude it along the Z axis, and press 0 to see through camera whether they are hiding this thing. Okay, so we got this covered by this extruded portion. Now press tab key for edit mode. So here we want this to be transparent, that hides our models. Okay, so press tab key once again, change this to face selection. Let's select these faces here. Now come to this material options. So we got so many materials, right? So now let's add another material. So click on this plus icon, add a new material and assign. So this extruded portion got that assigned material. So in surface, change this to hold out. So press tab key to exit this edit mode, and now if I see through camera, you can see we are not getting that extruded portion visible or the gift boxes. So now if I play this, we will have our simulation done. And here the screen is transparent because I think it got that glass material, right? So let's delete that material. So now we got that iPhone thing, and now if I play this, yes. So if you want to change this wallpaper, or if you want to add anything onto the screen, we can do that. So for that, let's change this to shading viewport, press 0 to see through camera, and let's make it, let it be in material viewport only. So let's delete the material. So let's delete it. So let's delete everything here. So this only affects that screen. So now this doesn't have any material, right? So let's add a new material and select this principal BSDF, press Ctrl T for node wrangler. And by the way, if you're not enabled node wrangler, go to this edit, preferences, add-ons, and look for node. Okay, enable this node wrangler, save preferences, and after that select the image what you want to display on the screen. So open. So here I got this Amazon page, so I will select it and open. So you can see it got the product, everything on the screen visible. Press 0. So it is bit stretched out, right? So for that reason we will be adding node wrangler to adjust things. So let's adjust the scaling. So I think, yeah, this is fine. Okay, and also we are getting some thing here. So this portion is getting extruded, right? So what we can do, let's bring the screen inward a bit. Press I, come to this frame. So let's press I on the keyboard so it goes behind that frame, or else you can bring it forward. Let's bring it forward only and press I once again, and yeah, now it's fixed. So now if I play this see-through camera, I think I need to make the page visible clearly. So I will move it along the y-axis. So I think let it be here like this. Okay, so I think the page is looking good. So you can use any kind of images that you want to display on the screen. So let's change this to render viewport layout. Okay, so yes, here we got the thing. So now if you want to rotate the shadows, we need to simply rotate the HDRI. So let's change this to shading viewport once again. So instead of this object, we will be changing to world, and this is the node, right? So select this node, press Ctrl T for node triangular once again, and rotate the HDRI. So now you can see the shadows are getting rotated. So I think, yeah, this will be fine. The sun is falling quite nicely onto this object, so I will leave like that only. I'll change this to layout, and here we don't want this floor to be visible, we want the shadows, right? So for that reason we need to move to cycles. So let's select this object, let's change the render engine to cycles and enable GPU compute, and let's add a new material. Come to this object properties, come to the visibility option and enable this shadow catcher. So now you can see we got only shadows visible here. Nice. So here you can see we got our scene ready, and if you want to hide out this portion, we can do that also. So I will show you how to do that. So let's come to this frame here and let's bring it aside. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now press I on the keyboard to add a keyframe. So let's select this model. So select the model, press tab key for edit mode, select the edge selection and select the edges here. So hold shift key and select these edges nicely. So we got these edges selected. So press E, Z and extrude it upwards. So I think, yeah, this much is fine. So we got this portion. Now press tab key to exit this edit mode. Let's see. Yeah, it is going inside. So now we need to apply holdout material for this. So again press tab key, face selection and select these faces here. So these faces. Now come to this material options, add new material, assign new material, and let's change this color to get the identification and assign. So we got the color change, right? So now come to the surface and change this to holdout. Where is this holdout? Yeah. So now if I press 0, you can see we are not getting that screen visible. So now let's see how we can render this scene out. So first of all, come to this render settings. So we need to use cycles in order to get the shadows and enable GPU compute. So come to this render options. Here maximum samples I will keep it 16 and noise threshold 0.1. So these both settings are to reduce the render time. If your device is capable to render maximum samples, you can do that. So if you want to enable motion blur, you can do that. So here I will not be enabling any motion blur. Now come to this render settings. So resolution, I leave this to vertical format only. Render region, enable render region, crop to render region. So here frame rate should match with the footage frame rate. So here let's check the footage and right click, go to the properties and details. So here you can say the footage is of 30 frames, right? So I need to change this to 30 fps. So change this to 30 fps. Okay, frame start and end 1 to 159 is fine. And output, we need to select a folder where we can save the files. So I will select a folder and file format, let it be PNG. Make sure this RGB is selected or else we won't get the alpha channel. Okay, so once this is done, go to this render and click on this render animation. So this will render only the CG elements, we won't get the footage. So let me show a single frame. So render image. So now you can see we got only the CG elements rendered without the footage, and for this single frame only it took 1 minute 22 seconds. So imagine to render this 159 frames means it will be almost how many, 3 to 4 hours roughly. Okay, with that low samples value. So come to this render and click on this render animation. It renders the sequence here, we won't get the footage, right? So once the sequence is rendered, use any editing software to do the compositing. So here I will be using Adobe After Effects to do the compositing, and I will do a bit of color correction to match the sequence with the scene. So in this way we can create this kind of CGI visual effects videos in Blender easily. So hope you guys have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned anything new, please like, share and subscribe my channel to support me. So we'll meet in the next video. Until then, signing off. Take care. Bye.